Hi guys, just thought I'd do a quick review of my new car so far. No one guess what it is yet? There it is. HPI Savage XS Flux. Got a bit of focusing problem here by the looks of it. Never mind. Right. I've had this now for a day and it's unusable. What I have done to the outside though, other than scratch it up, I had a piece of rubber here to just try and save the show a little bit. Covered the roof in rubber to try and save it, and same on the back. So let's get rid of that. Lovely setup inside. I've seen a few reviews, people said the shocks are brilliant, absolutely lovely. Like the fact that it's all fully waterproof. Battery tray is a bit of a concern to me. Fits perfectly fine with I run these batteries right. No, that's not a bloody battery, is it? Tenergy 2 cell 5000s in a hard case. They fit in there absolutely fine, with a little bit of room still. Let's see if we can get this open. It doesn't look that big, but there is a little bit of room in there. Like the clips, you've got the one piece here that slides down like that, and then this bit goes over that so it can't open. Brilliant. Side, got your motor, servos underneath there, got your waterproof receiver box. Can't see the servo, but see underneath. Brilliant car. I went out for a good bash for it yesterday when I got it. Had one problem. The rear shock bottom there broke off. So I come home, they included a new one in the little packet of hardware you get, replaced that, went out, did one jump, and this side snapped. Alright, I could have replaced it off another one I had off another car, which I have done now, but I think the suspension arm dropped down too far, and the top arm there jammed in the drive shaft cup, what meant it snapped that drive shaft cup in there, and the drive shaft cup in there. The arm's got a little chunk taken out of it. I don't know if you can see that. You can just see a tiny little nick there. Nothing much. So obviously I've ordered new parts. It's cost me £25 for all the new parts. As you can see, it's only rear wheel drive because I've swapped it over. £25 for all the new parts. I rang HPI. They said as I only received it yesterday, it seems I'm a bit unfortunate, so they've said they'll send me all the parts so I need to replace it, which is great. But now I've got some spares. Nothing wrong with spares, but hopefully I won't be needing them again. So hopefully they won't break. Hopefully. The shocks in it, like, absolutely brilliant. That's one thing I used to like about my old Savage, is just drop it from shoulder height. It used to bottom out, just used to land fine. Just show you some of the hardware, what you get with it. A couple of servo arms here. Hold on. Just trying to sort out my little... They give you two different sorts of wheel hexes. You got these ones, which are just flat hexes. If you can see that very well, there you go. Yeah. And then you've got these ones, with a little piece on the end for going into your wheel. Great idea, but I don't know why they include plastic ones, as you get aluminium ones with the car. So you've got a full set of each of them. I can just dig them out here, get them out of the way. You get two servo arms. One there for a 23 tooth servo. That one's for a 24 tooth. For some reason, they include this tiny little bit of plastic here, what does say on and off. There we go. Don't know why, because there's no on and off switch. You've got the steering linkage, don't know what you call them, ends. One short one, one long one. That is the same as what broke on mine, but that is for the front. They are smaller, but they're so thin and flimsy, absolute rubbish. Bloody hell. They give you a couple of spare ones of them to hold your front bumper and rear bumper on. And then you've just got stuff like a spare ball joint. You get a little packet here, what I have not yet opened, containing, what have we got in there? We've got a couple tiny little shims, a couple of E-clips, some pins, and a couple of tiny little grub screws. I think that's about it. I ordered a packet of spare hubs. You get rears, fronts, and the steering holders. I ordered a packet of them. You get enough to do the whole car. And I ordered a packet of arms to keep as spares. Don't want to be going out somewhere on the weekend and end up finding out that I haven't got any spares for something that'll break. Fingers crossed it won't break. Chuckle this back in here on it. Great car, honestly great car. I couldn't believe it when I first put it down, the power in it. Well, I nearly did a backflip in here in my house on the carpet. It did half a turn and ended up flying across the room. I was just absolutely shocked by the power in it. Tyres, absolute shit, absolute utter rubbish. I've got some ground assault tyres that I'm going to purchase when I get some more money. But these just no grip whatsoever, absolute rubbish. Alright, replacing the tyres, probably a good move, but not the cheapest. It's going to cost me near enough 60 quid to replace tyres and wheels. So, I'm not really looking forward to that, but if it'll make it better, it's got to be worth doing, because it is pretty poor at the minute. Oh, one other thing I did do, inside of the body shell, I put 2 little layers of thick rubber in the 3 places which you can see. The rear one, I don't know if you can see it there, there's 2 little bumps raised out. Shock tops hit it. There's one in the roof which you can't see from the carrying bar, and there was one in the front bumper. Just smashes on top of these. As you can see wear marks on here. See it just there, and just there. Wear marks from where it's hit on there. The shell just comes down, wax right on it. Same on there, and the same on the front shocks. So that was a bit of a poor design. Other than that, I honestly cannot see much fault with it. Absolute brilliant car. There's a lot of people saying about, is it 1/10, is it 1/12? Who knows? That's a 1/10. That's a 1/10, and that's a 1/10. That looks a bit smaller than them two. As you can see, from wheel nut to wheel nut, it's 9 inches. From front bumper to rear bumper, it's 14 inches. And with no shell, it stands just under, well, it's probably about 6.5 actually, 6.5 inches taller. And from wheel to wheel, it's 11 inches wide. Just for those of you who are possibly looking at purchasing one, you don't know if your batteries will fit, if you've got batteries already, I'm just going to quickly measure the battery tray for you, so you know. Well, I'll measure my battery so you know exactly how big mine is. Mine literally fits in there snug, but it's got a little bit of room. So mine is 45mm wide, by 13.5, well, 135 centimeters long, and it is 25mm deep. 135 centimeters, 135mm, 13.5 centimeters long, sorry. But as you can see here, the actual tray itself is 15.5 centimetres long, about 3 centimetres wide, if not just over, and depth is a bit of a hard one to measure, but it looks as it's about 5 centimetres deep. Like I said, mine does fit in there quite snug, but brilliant batteries, not had a problem with them so far. The wires are super heavy duty, had fun soldering them, but got them to go in the end. Parts for it should be here tomorrow, so fingers crossed. It'll be half decent weather, definitely going out on the weekend as long as we don't get no breakages, fingers crossed. I'll try and get some running videos up for you guys. Controller, what you get with it is the HPI, it's the TF40. I think it's a brilliant controller, feels nice, fun tucks in underneath the steering wheel. If you need to pick it up in a hurry, it's just got a nice little handle there. Got your aerial. 3-channel transmitter, brilliant. There's your 3rd channel button, on and off. Got your steering trim, throttle trim, drag rate, I do believe that's for your steering. And you've got your 3 channels for normal and reverse. Then you can't quite see, but just in there are 4 little screws, so you can do your end points, your servos. Alright, you only need to mainly worry about your steering. But other than that, lovely controller, feels nice and light, got a great weight to it. So, wasn't that it? It's my HPI Maverick Strada MT controller from DJ Medic 2008. Uploading a video the other day of spraying a Spectrum DX3. I thought I've got to do it. It looks a lot better than black, so that's what I've done. So cheers guys, that's my HPI Savage XS. Like I said, hope to do a running video soon. Please subscribe and comment, let me know your thoughts. Thanks a lot, cheers.